All right, here we go. Week 12. We'll get it started right away with the probably the two hottest teams in the league right now. With Heater trying to make a good comeback, and D-Simp, he's just been rolling. He's got that truck rolling, and D-Simp puts another beat down on somebody. He's rolling out with his new theme song. Hit it.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Move,
Yeah,
bitch, get out
that's how
the
that
way.
blue and purple
Get
truck
out
is
the
rolling
way,
these
bitch,
days.
get out the
Let's go
way.
fantasy reality. Let's go reality. Reality is right now D-Simp has the best team in the league, and he's making that push with Chucky Woody Wood. And let's go to fantasy. Fantasy was Heater's dreams of actually coming back and making that 0 and 10 or 0 and whatever start he had a reality. But valiant effort. This team wasn't as bad as we thought it was. We'll stay in the Central and we'll go to our only multiple champs game. And well, the mighty Steelers show that they have one or two last fights in them, and they clip Habib's revenge, probably ending his playoffs hopes. So let's go to fantasy reality. Well, reality is, hey, the old champ's not going to go down without swinging. He never has, and he never will. And unfortunately, Habib's just got in the way. Let's go to fantasy. Fantasy is probably Habib's dreams of making the playoffs. He's got to have a lot of help to get in this year. Well, let's take it out east and let's go to a battle of our angry, drunk, fat, pudgy midgets. I think D-Sep coined them as. And some things change, some things stays the same. Big Willie continues to be that guy that just falls short. I guess that's probably the theme of both of their lives, but especially for Big Willie in the RFL. Let's go to fantasy reality. The reality is, looks like Crooked Eye, as long as they do what they've been doing, will be in the playoffs. We don't know if it's a wild card or a division championship. Him and the Studs will probably decide that. Let's go to fantasy. Fantasy once again appears to be the hopes and the dreams of Big Willie finally cracking through the playoffs. I mean, he falls one or two games short every year, and every year has probably top 5 or 6 team. One of these years, Big Willie, one of these years. We'll stay in the Central, and like I said before, I was like, this is the only division that has a bye week left, and that's in the Shockers. By far the worst team in the league this year, and the Studs take advantage of it. But did he use up too many of his points when he has his showdown with T. Blake coming up? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Let's go fantasy reality. Reality is the Studs will battle out with Crooked Eye for the division title. Loser of that game will probably get the wild card unless they crumble. Let's go to fantasy. Fantasy is the Shock actually competing in this league. I mean, come on. Do you need T. Blake to draft your team and manage it? I mean, get Brady and Moss some help for Christ's sakes. Look at your lineup. And now it's on to the Wild Wild West. We'll start it off with the U against the Brews. And like I said many a times, when the Brews lose, they know how to lose. And he got beat down again. I mean, it's a big game, chance to put your foot in the division, get in the playoffs, and the U just slaps him like a redheaded stepchild. Of course, it didn't hurt that the Brews is treating this league like a free Yahoo league and not even starting Cedric Benson, who's in street clothes. I mean, come on, Bucky. Let's go to fantasy reality. Well, the reality is the U will probably have a showdown week 14 with AAA to see who wins this division and gets in the playoffs. And let's go to fantasy. Fantasy is that Buck could come back in this league, go up north hunting, and manage his team. The bottom line is Buck is probably more prepared for a free Yahoo league than he is ready for the big time. Maybe a year of seasoning back in the RFL will get him ready. But if not, he'll probably be that bye week in the West next year. Now let's come to AAA versus Ange. Although the next Ange pieced together a good team, I mean, she made a good trade, but then again, Nick must have put in the lineup this week because they had old steady Freddie Jackson on the bench with 19 points. And AAA rolls with Breeze coming out with a stellar 39, even though I didn't need all of them again, damn it. But anyway, let's go fantasy reality. Uh, Fantasy we'll start out with first. Fantasy was a woman actually competing in this league. I mean, come on. we give you a chance. We'll give you a chance next year. Come draft a team for all we give a damn. Either way, we see you as a middle of the line squad. And let's go to reality. Reality is, once again, AAA's up top in this division. I own this division, and I continue to own it. And we'll see when the next couple of weeks, we'll not knuckle up with Chew and Buck, and we'll see what happens. But right now, with Drew Brees dropping 39 on folks, I'll be back in there. Well, welcome back to another episode of Ethan's Woodshed. You know, last week we added T Blake in the Thunderbomb Cup back there after the ass whooping I put on him, and Rubber Dub T Blake is still sitting back there all peaceful. And let's see who gets the addition this week after another AAA victory. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Is that Ange and T Blake? If you can't read it, it says, and we all thought T Blake was bullshit. Well, gosh, guys, I thought that proposition Blake threw out there at my bachelor party was just that, a proposition. But it looks like you two decided to go on through with it. I never thought I'd see the day that nastiness would be hidden behind Ethan's woodshed. We'll see you next week. We're back. We're back for this week's Beatdown Awards. Let's see who stepped up to get beat down. We'll get it rolling right away with my big victory over the next. But, you know, it's a good margin. But can we really call this a beatdown? You know, I'm not one for putting my hands on women. So, I can't claim a beatdown this week. And then we go here. You know, the studs have been killing people, rolling people off. I mean, this is a BT. But, you know, the Sharks team is terrible. Shit. I mean, can you really call a bye week a beating? You know, the Shark, he hasn't stepped up this whole year, so how could he step up to get beat down? So we'll move on. And then you have good old Bucky. There's one thing Bucky knows how to do, it's lose. And when he does lose, he loses big. You know, this is a huge game. Huge game. And once again, Bucky gets beat down. But we'll go here. When you damn near lose by 100, it's bad enough you got a bill dropped on you. But when you damn near lose by a bill, you are the punk that stepped up to get beat down. So, Heater, congrats. Let's just hope these something didn't fuck up your hair by doing it. Let's give it a look. We got, let's see who's been doing their work in the kitchen and smashing on them Lucky Charms and trying to be magically delicious this week. We'll give it a start right here with D-Sump. I mean, when you have a D-back damn near outscore the whole opposing team, you know, chances are you've done some work in the kitchen smashing out on some Lucky Charms. But, hell, he damn near won by a bill. He put a C-note on Heater and damn near won by that C-note. So, you can't say he's too lucky there. And then we look at the other games. I mean, Studs put up 100. AAA's got 93. That ain't lucky. You know, Crooked Eye escaped, but that's what he always does too, Big Willie. I mean, the U, they put up 98. That's not, you know, not too lucky. And then you come here and you got the Steelers edging out Habib's Revenge. I mean, it was a meaningless win for the Steelers because he's eliminated. So we had to go the unconventional route since nothing really stood out this week. And what we're going to do is we're going to give the Magically Delicious Award to those of you that are lucky enough to not have to worry about going to the playoffs this year. So Mighty and Habib, you know, Big Willie, Ange, The Shock, The Seekers. You two boys still got to worry, but I got a feeling one of you won't have to after next week. So to all of you guys that I mentioned that have been eating your Lucky Charms, consider yourself lucky you don't have to worry about your playoff run and be all stressed like the rest of us. So for you five, you are magically delicious.